So I'm on the way to the store right now because literally last night, out of the middle of nowhere, I just randomly started thinking of like slow motion and how cool it is. And so today I figured I'll make a video filming some cool things in slow motion. But first we need to go get a few things to film. So that's why I'm going to Dollar Tree and a few other stores. So a few months ago I made an Instagram reel where I used slow motion to do this kind of cool coffee effect. So we're going to be using those same methods in today's video with the FX3, slowing it down all the way to about 1,000 frames per second. Now for you guys who are watching who don't have an FX3, you can try these same things with your camera. I'm just not sure how the results will turn out. But if your camera shoots up to 240 frames like this one does, you shouldn't have any problems trying to replicate these same steps. So step number one is you're going to need a ton of light to make this work. So for me, I'm using the Aperture 300D Mark II, which is this huge light that you see over here right behind me. And I may throw in this little light panel that I have right here if I need extra light. But this light over here is incredibly bright, so it should give me enough light. I also do have the studio lights on as well to help me with some additional light if I need it. Now the backdrop will also be illuminated with a different light. And so with all those different things included, we're gonna have 3 different lights, not including the lamp over here as well. So first we wanna go over here to the file setting and we want to change this to HD. Next we want to go to our S and Q settings in the record frame rate. You want to set that to whatever you're going to play the video back in your timeline as. So basically if you want to go ahead and see this video slowed down as soon as you get done recording it, you can put it at 120 frames. So for me, I'm editing this video at 30 frames per second, so I'm going to click this. Now for our frame rate, we want to go up to 240 frames per second. And then I'm going to do this at the maximal bit rate possible. So one trick that you guys can do if you need extra light is to set your ISO at 1280. And the reason for that is because at that ISO, you do get that dual gain setting that kicks in and clears up the image of any noise. And the very next thing that you want to do, which is very, very important, is go over here and set your shutter speed to as high as it can go. So for me today, I'm going to do 1/5000. So now that you have your settings locked in, let's record some video and then I'll see you guys in the editing room. Alright, so now we're going to jump into our editing platform. If you guys are using something like Premiere Pro, you should be able to replicate some of these steps. It's just going to look different. But today we're going to be editing in Davinci Resolve, and I'm going to try to make this as quick and easy for you guys as possible. So the first thing you want to do is find your in and out point of the clip that you're going to be slowing down. So for me, I have my in point right here. And then I have about roughly my out point. They don't have to be exact, they just have to be rough estimates. Now once you have that, you want to throw it on a timeline, and then you want to right click on the clip and do retime curve. Now once you have that open, you want to hit the plus button to expand the timeline so that you get a closer view. And right beside this retime frame, you want to hit this arrow key and you want to select retime speed and unselect retime frame. Alright, so next you just kind of want to scoot until you find the spot that you want to slow down at. So for right here, I'm going to slow down right there. You want to hold down Option and you want to click. That creates a keyframe. Next, you want to go to where you want the clip to, be released from slow motion basically. And so I found mine, and again, you want to Option, click. Told you I'm going to make it super easy for you guys. Next, you want to take the middle of this guy and drag it all the way down to 10%. So to enhance the slow motion, what you want to do is crank the beginning all the way up to about 300. I think that's as high as it goes actually. So yep, 300, just like that. Now if you can see right here, you can't see the line anymore, that red line. However, it still is right here. So if I hover right above the first line up here, I can see my retime speed. And you want to go to the middle of that guy and you want to Option click again to create a keyframe, and then you can kind of see the little dot right there. And basically now what we're going to do is go down to this dot right here. Let me remove this. So you want to go down to this first dot that you created, and you want to hit this button, and this is basically going to smooth the keyframe out so that, you know, it doesn't immediately go to slow motion. It kind of eases in or ramps into slow motion. And then on the other side, you want to do the same exact thing, but before you do that, just make sure that now that you have the clip slowed down, you actually have the out point where you want it to be. So now if we watch this back, it's not going to look very good, but again, we're going to be fixing that, and we're pretty much done. The only other thing that we're going to do is fix the issue where the clip kind of stutters or doesn't play back very smoothly. So to do that, you want to select the clip, you want to go over here to your inspector, scroll all the way down, and then retime and scaling. Under retime process, you want to go to optical flow, and then under the second option, you want to change project settings to speed warp. Now if you try to play this back, it's not going to work at all. And if you can see right here, if I try to scroll back and forth, my computer is having a very, very difficult time. And the reason for that is because this is very, very taxing on your computer. So to fix this to where you can actually see the playback, you want to right click this clip, and then you want to go to render cache color output, and you want to wait until this green bar right here turns into blue. This can take anywhere from 5 minutes all the way up to 30 minutes, but you do want to wait until that red bar turns blue so that you can actually see the video play back, because if you don't do that, then you're not going to be able to see the video clip play back. Alright guys, and so that is it. That is how you create this super slow motion effect with the FX3. What did you think about it? I thought it was quite fun to look at. I know these weren't a ton of different things that I recorded, but I think that you could really have a lot of fun recording some things in slow motion with this trick. So if you guys create any slow motion videos, please comment them below so that I can go watch them. I would love to see all of you guys' videos you do with these tricks. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.